Okay, this is harder than I thought. Hi guys, it's me again after a very long time making a video. Recently, for those who follow me on Twitter, know that I was part in a reanimation project, more specifically like a Macaque reanimated project, in which almost 100 animators were working together in order to reanimate Macaque's episodes. And since I saw a lot of people talking about my shots and were curious about the behind the scenes, I decided to make this video. So this is my process on Macaque's reanimated project. So, for the shots I work on, I divided the process in 7 parts: roughs, cleanup, background, light, shadows and details, color, toon combo, and premieres combo. While those are my steps most of the time, every single shot had a different order in which the steps were followed. Some improv being, well, lazy, and others because I was running out of time. But let's get into it. Okay, so for this I only got 3 steps: background, toon combo, and premieres combo. First, I painted the background and the smoke monster in different layers so that I could import them into Toon Boom as a Photoshop file. Once the file was imported in Toon Boom, I moved all the layers in different distances on the Z-axis, so later I can add a camera node with a peg. Once added, I enabled the 3D transformation and put the keys of the camera, so after that, before starting to animate, I disable the camera and start adding bones to Macaque's smoke monster, and then I make the keyframes. Then I add some effects in Toon Boom, which are just imported videos with a blending node, add the turbulence node to the smoke, and exporting QuickTime for 122 and 4K. Once in Premiere, I do some color corrections and add some effects with videos as overlays using blending modes. I add glow, RGB aberration, blur on the borders, sharpening, noise, and that's it. For the record, this was mostly the process for shots 110 and 44. But what about the frame by frame ones? Okay, so before starting to bluff about the probable reason why I will die alone, I have to specify that while shot 43 and 179 had the same process, shot 70 had one step removed and one replaced with another, but I'll explain later. Okay, so for shots 43 and 179, the process was mentioned from the start: roughs, cleanup, background, lights, shadows, details, and Toon Boom and premieres combo. Since 179 was originally the only shot I was going to work, I had a lot of time to make it. First, I did one rough and half, which I use it as a reference for the cleanup, instead of one rough, as for shot 43. Then I did the shadows, lights, and details for both of the shots. For 43, I got to cut it off with shadows cause I got busy with college, so I couldn't add the same kind of detail as for the shot 179. Before continuing, have in mind that the shadows, lights, and details are color-coded and defined with certain type of lines: blue for shadows and red for lights. Later, I did the background for both the shots. For 43, I got to paint the floor, which was something pretty easy. But for 179, I painted the sky, but the floor was 3D modeled in Maya, and later imported into Toon Boom to adjust it with the sky and exact position of the characters. For the record, the floor wasn't rendered. I usually just use a playlist because I don't know how to render without having the fear of my computer exploding. Okay, so this is where both of the shots take different paths. In case for 43, first I did the combo in Toon Boom, adding a drawing layer with the tones of the illumination over Macaques with a blending node and a cutter node. And then with a play image do node, a highlight node, and a peg, I add some sort of rim light. Last, for the shadows and lights, I use a color override node to adjust them and ascend them with the blending nodes, one in multiply and another in add. And then export it all in one video. For 179, I did almost all the same, except I exported everything in different layers, including the rim lights. For premieres combo for 43, I did the same for 110, RGB aberration, color adjustment, sharpening, etc. And for 179, I assembled everything while adding effects behind it, like smoke and white, which were made with noise, turbulence, and overlays with blends. I choose some blur, and there we go. Now, my roll headed was shot 70. To be fair, this shot was dropped last minute, and I said it because I wanted another frame by frame shot in my hands. So here's the deal. I know I was not obligated to keep the same quality for this shot due to being dropped on last minute, but I really wanted to make the best of this shot because just look at it, it's my baby girl talking. I started with the first rough, which went really good, but since it was just mostly the guide for the movements, I was going to do a tie-down rough and then the cleanup. That was the original plan. Well, this didn't happen. The tie downs became the final lines because, well, doing the tie downs between college and, if I have to be honest, Arcane Season 2, I got to work on this show mostly between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. So, yeah, I saw the sun rising multiple times. For the steps, shadows, lights, and details, I did something peculiar. I only animated Macaque's face mark and did the lights for the golden parts. I didn't do any shadows for the scarf or the skin. But since I was running out of time, what I did is instead of animating frame by frame the details of the shadows and lights of the golden parts, I draw just one time the lights and shadows and animated them with a turbulence node. Yes, a turbulence node. The only shadows and lights I animated frame by frame were the ones from the sleeves of the arm holding his staff. And then I added the colors. For the background, I did a 3D model, then rendered one frame and made some corrections on Krita. After that, I did all the same process for the composite both in Toon Boom and in Premiere for shot 110 and 43, all at 5 a.m. I remember asking my friends the night before if they would like to basically stay awake with me while I was working. And after finishing that shot and notifying the boss about being sent, I just heard a
Hey, can we play League of Legends now?
So, anyways, this was my whole process for my shot. I'm glad everyone enjoyed the map. All the animators did an amazing job and worked so hard to complete this project. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess this is everything. Bye!